You know what happens when a game gets really popular? They make a sequel for it. And sometimes that sequel is either better or worse than the original. It all depends on tastes.
Well, Mega Man 1 wasn't exactly the most popular game in the world. It didn't sell ridiculously well, but this game did.
Well, at least it still got enough for a sequel. And that's at least something of worth.
And then this one got enough for another sequel.
Which was better.
And then at that point, they just kept releasing them. Until they realized, you know what, NES is getting a bit stale. Let's go to Super Nintendo.
And make a new series! But that's for now or later.
And that series was also better.
That's
really?
Very tall.
That was really... Look, you could see the bottom of the...
I could have hidden that, but I realized that wouldn't have been much of a point.
It should have, because...
Even if I could still hide it, but you pointed it out, so thanks for ruining the immersion, buddy.
Yay, I had a success.
Alright.
Hello, Mega Man 9 read the song back, even though I skipped it because we're now on the select screen.
Why Airman?
Because Airman actually takes a massive amount of damage from the Buster. Well, two. It's more than most.
yeah, I guess.
Well, for the Buster, that's a lot of damage. For the Buster, that's a lot of damage.
I believe the only boss in history who does that is Splash Woman, right?
No.
Well, you mean takes...
Airman takes 2 damage from the Buster. Cutman takes 3.
Okay.
I think Splash took 2.
Yeah, Splash took 2. She was the only one in Mega Man 9 who took 2 because, I guess, because she's supposed to be female. Even though robots can't really have genders.
I don't know. I mean, people consider Splash Man a good starting point. The very first time I played Mega Man 9, which was one of the first since I played like 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't find Splash Woman a good place to start at.
I start with Tornado Man because I'm awesome.
I start with whoever. Mega Man 9, I think out of all of them, I could start in whatever order and just... I have several orders I could do.
I think...
That's like... there's one that can... I can't remember what one it is, but there's one
Galaxy Man.
Yeah, he's a good starting point. I think the first boss I ever beat was Magma Man.
Really?
Yeah.
First one I ever beat was, as I said, Tornado.
The first one I ever beat was either Galaxy or Splash Woman.
Concrete Man's also a good point to start off at.
Oh yeah, definitely Concrete Man. But isn't that for a later time? We're on Mega Man 2 already.
Yeah, but Mega Man 9 is basically Mega Man 2, but done better.
Well, hang on. The stage select, not the stage select. The music before that, which is the only time you'll ever hear that unless you get a game over, is Mega Man 9's menu music.
Yes. Oh. It's not the only song that was reused. In fact, I believe the it was not necessarily just an outright reuse, but the Weapon Get theme was actually reused in Mega Man 9. It wasn't direct reuse, it's a more of an ever so slight remix, but it is the same tune.
Really?
Yes. There's more than just one reused song in Mega Man 9.
That's
part of why
I love how that enemy, by the way, just randomly spawns away.
And it's honestly part of the reason why, to me, Mega Man 10 is a much better game than Mega Man 9.
Because it's
Mega Man 10 is just better in general, if you ask me.
Sorry,
Mega Man 10 is one of my favorites.
I would kind of have to agree with that, even though a majority of people prefer 9.
I don't see why you prefer 9. It's basically Mega Man 2 for the 3rd time.
What? Okay, so
the second time was Mega Man 7.
Ah, okay.
But Mega Man 7 was unusual in the sense that it was Mega Man 2, but then at the same time it was very different from Mega Man 2, so it was like, I don't know what I want to be.
By the way, thanks guys for not making a I Can't Defeat Airman reference.
Oh my god, you defeated him! I thought you were gonna die.
Since it's years old and nobody makes it anymore. Well, nobody who's actually not just...
There are people who still make 9,000 jokes. And there will be people who still make arrow to the knee jokes.
I doubt
one of my friends still makes 9,000 jokes.
That's kind of weird.
He's never even watched it, and he makes 9,000 jokes, and I'm just like, really? Really, dude?
I remember seeing the original on TV, and I'm like, I never thought it would evolve to an internet name on TV.
Like I told you one time, that joke is just so retarded to me because...
What?
So we're in Crashman stage right now.
So that's why you wanted that from me. You just came to me randomly one day asking for that face. Like 10 minutes right before I like had to go to bed. And I'm like, dude, you really need this. You really need this. And you said, yes, I do.
I don't like to spoil what I need it for. I will say that this was one bitch of a thing to edit, because I literally went in frame by frame and had the face constantly move over the enemy, so it would be covering it at all times.
Yeah.
There's 30 frames a second, just to keep in mind how long it would take.
Why?
I had to, man. I would have done this with...
Why? Why did you even do this?
Wait, I was gonna do this with every telly in the game, but then I realized how long this took. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do it for Crash
Not
Man.
doing that for Heat Man and like some, I believe
No,
there
this is the only time we're gonna see them.
Okay.
Then we'll see the original enemy. This took way too long to edit.
I still don't get. What?
You need to listen to more Hayden.
No, I
You
don't.
do.
No, I don't.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Alright, that's the end now. Say goodbye to the Yaranaika
Okay.
faces.
Okay.
So,
Hey.
just to add a little bit more of a weirdness on the stage, I don't even know where we are, and there's some of Bomb Man's Death Stars stuck in the wall.
Spaghetti and Death Stars.
We're in a building construction site,
No, we're in Spaghetti and Death Stars.
I guess.
Yes.
But I like to leave
They
it to, like,
didn't like meatball, so they thought advertising death balls would sound more entertaining to the kids.
This is this is what Darth Vader has for dinner every day.
But can he even eat?
Yes.
He's Darth Vader. He does what the fuck he wants.
Well, yeah, he can. He just has to either, like, have a tube go into his mouth as, like, the mask is off, or the mask...
I
has
get
to-
how he
does have a
breathes.
mouth.
I don't get how he,
No.
like...
It's been a very long time since I've seen episode 6, but I think he does have a mouth still.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does?
He has.
So he probably just takes the mask off and eats in private.
He probably can't spend too much time doing that.
Not too much time.
Maybe he can.
I'm assuming the bathroom though is out of the question, considering his lower half was consumed in fire.
Well, actually, that was mostly just his lower legs. It goes up to like where it's
His legs, that's pretty much it.
below where that part would
That-
be.
It didn't consume the low. I'm pretty sure it consumed the lower half. It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
Not his entire
It-
half. It doesn't go to his waist. It goes to like just near the around the upper part of his legs.
And that caused him to be near death.
Yes, because, it's bleeding and whatnot.
Yeah, dude, he lost his legs and his arms. That's going to be losing a massive amount of blood.
Well, no, he lost both his legs and one arm, and I believe he still had his dominant arm still.
Well,
Well,
that's
wait.
the-
Did he? Was it ever said what arm was dominant?
No, to my knowledge. Why are we even
The
talking about this
dominant
again?
arm would be the one he would build his lightsaber in mostly.
Well, wait, Ultra, we are in space, according to the background.
It could just be night, like, you know, while he was climbing it went night time.
There are no stars near a construction area. Take it from me.
Yeah, but
Well,
what if this is... But this isn't a construction site, this is Death Star and Spaghetti.
No, so it would be in space.
They're tiny Death Stars, it's like
Heatman,
it's like a new
Heatman,
cereal.
Heatman. Aww.
We'll get the Heat Man.
I like Heatman.
We'll get
Malik
Oh.
Man 1.
Gallet Man 1?
Malik.
What? Malik? Malik?
Gallic Gun.
Phallic.
Malik?
Oh, forget it.
You could look it up later.
Okay.
So back to Mega Man 2. We're
Nothing to talk about in this fellow Mega Man game, because this is one of the most bland ones in the series, I swear.
it's only
just like, look,
it's only the
here you
second
go.
one. No, I will say it feels a bit stiffer in terms of movement, because 3 feels you move a lot smoother, if that makes any sense.
Part of that might be something to do with the knockback. I think they changed how knockback
Alright,
works.
there's
And there's the
part
fact that
about
there's
the
no
knockback.
momentum. in this game they changed the way knockback works. I believe in the first game, knockback actually was affected by like what direction you were moving in, like where you were hit. In this game, I think it's just like what way they're facing, you will just move backwards, even if you were hit from behind.
No, you'll see in the Mecha Dragon fight. I swear I got knocked back farther than I should have.
Yeah, the knockback is wonky as hell in this game, but it doesn't really happen in many of the games outside of this one I found. I don't know why, but this one is one of the game that I think has the most problems out of them all. It has more like...
There's a whole bunch of sprite flickering even.
It's worse
Yeah,
than in Mega Man
much.
1, and Mega Man 1 actually was really good with sprite flicker.
Yeah, this game isn't as stable.
It's still a good game, don't get us
Oh,
wrong.
no.
But
Yeah, of course.
It's the worst one, I think.
worst one, but
The
it's
worst
still...
one is 5.
Yeah.
Because
Why
5
are
is
you saying it's
so-
the worst just because it's overrated?
No, I just think there's like the reason why I think 5 is the worst stage is because it's bland. Not stage, game.
Well, yeah,
And
5,
this one-
I will agree with you there.
And this
5
one is almost as bland.
Well, this is only the second one. Compare this to the first
One is-
game.
I think 1 is less bland. This one has better music there, but other than that, I don't think it's really got anything going for it.
Oh my God.
Why was I expecting something like that?
Oh, expect that a lot more often. Just gonna say that right now.
How often?
You'll,
Oh
you'll
I have
God.
to congratulate.
I hear it. I hear it.
I have to actually congratulate you for being able to use the crash bomb to a decent enough degree against this guy, because I swear it is.
That's his actual weakness, by the way, not the Metal Blade.
The Metal Blade is his real weakness for people who know how to play, because the crash bomb is too useless.
Well, yeah, I know. In the actual official weakness cycle, Bubble Man is the only one weak to Metal
Yes,
Blade.
it is. But everyone knows the real weakness of Flashman is the Metal Blade, because the crash bomber is just too.
Yeah, you need to hit him with the explosion, not the missile itself.
Yeah.
And even then, he was left with 1 point of health.
It's the crash bomber is just too, like,
Unpredictable.
it's not necessarily unpredictable. It's the fact that it's too cumbersome to lose. As in, if you fire it, that's it. You have to wait for it to detonate, which takes a few seconds, and then you have to wait for the explosion to disappear, which is really long, by the way. So that's maybe about 6 to 7 seconds where you can't do anything.
And guess what? There's gonna be a boss that you need all of its ammo for.
Combined with something else, so you have to keep doing unpausing, pause, unpause, pause, unpause, pause, unpause, and go on.
We'll get to that boss definitely.
Massive amounts of sprite flicker without the crash bombs making it worse. And
Ultra, save it for when we get to that boss, because we're gonna get to it.